Ron Rivera is out in Washington, which leaves a vacant spot again. I think that they should give it to Eric Bieniemy. That's just my thoughts on it. Clearly, that's what I'm thinking. Um, I really do believe that. Well, what's the best way to say this? That Ron Rivera's coaching time there at, of course, Washington was a bit of an experiment. I don't think that he was really the guy, but I think that just the whole idea of Washington really recently, they've just been so bad with trying to find their name, the whole legal situation, Steiner, just a really, really bad organization ran all well together. But they did clean up a lot of messes, and they've got a really bright future offensively with, of course, Terry McLaurin, Jahad Dotson. I think they need to draft another receiver on the to be, on the outside. Excuse me. Running backs would be a need to as well. Gibson's up there in age, plus injuries. And Robinson as well. And running back is doing well. Sam Howell, that looks like the quarterback of the future they're going to roll with. Defensively, they've added a lot of picks because of the Montez Sweat trade, which was actually really smart. I didn't think about it. I thought about it, in the time, but then when I looked at it later on, this really could help them out a lot with, of course, Washington. And I'm pretty sure they got eliminated, so they should be sitting at number two, if I'm not mistaken, maybe number two or number three in the draft. I know they're in the top five. I know that for a fact. I know it's the Bears and then Arizona and then whoever. I know they're in the top five. But as of right now, candidates for them, I really like Eric Bieniemy just moving over from OC straight to head coach. That's really what I like. I can see the vision that's going on there. That's just me. I also like Steve Wilkes as well for San Francisco. I like him, but I don't think that, like I said, if they don't go with Eric Bieniemy, right? I think that Steve Wilkes is a good fit. I think that Dan Quinn is a great fit. I think that the coordinator for the Rams, I can't think of his, I mean, not the Rams, I'm sorry, for the Lions, I can't think of him, defensive coordinator. I think he's a good fit as well. It's funny to me, though, how I'm looking at it. I just think that the way the Commanders kind of went out against the Cowboys, which was pretty ugly. Let's be realistic. They're not. It's not like they were really doing anything against the Commanders. You know what I mean? They they really, just didn't really. The Commanders really didn't just try a lot in that game. But they started the season off with 2-0. You know what I mean? And then they lost three straight, which is a killer. So, granted, that's that. Moving forward, though, in Ron Rivera's time, like I said, 26-40 was his record. He did clean up a little bit of the office. I felt bad for him because it was a job where he was going to get sacrificed no matter what. But now we look to the future, and what we bring in for the Washington Commanders. And I definitely won't mind doing a video about them and their draft capital and stuff. I'm going to do all 32 teams, so don't think that the Commanders are that special. I'm a Texans fan at heart, but I just love football. And this is something that I really wanted to see, going forward. I don't think that Bill Belichick is going to go to the Commanders. I don't see why he would do that. But if you got the capital and the money, why not go for it? Convince him to be there. He's picking in the top five. He can do whatever. If he leaves New England. But I doubt he's going to leave New England. But if he does, hey, shoot for the stars. If you don't, why not? So pretty much my thoughts on that. Right now, like I said, I think their offense is great. There's some things that could be worked on offensive line. Clearly, more depth at running back, maybe another one receiver. I do think their offense can compete in their division. That's just my thoughts in their division. I think as a whole for the NFC, you got a lot of elites. You got the Rams, you got the Niners. Really quiet as it's kept. The Cardinals finished really well. So offensively, so it's kind of a bit thing. You're just gonna really need to spruce up a lot more things. It's not dire needs for the Commanders. You know what I mean? I think the bigger scare is more on the defensive side of the ball. That's just my thought on the things and how they're doing it. But if you really want to talk about it, just understand I'm going to do a whole season review on every single team, but I think that Ron Rivera served his purpose, did what he needed to do. I think they bring in Eric Bieniemy. They just kind of move him over to another spot. right in there, the head coach position, and he just runs the team. He knows it too well. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Also, peace.